And a 10-year-old boy from Phillip Island who was allegedly punched in the head in a random attack outside police headquarters has brain cancer.
Australia is done with Labor and the Greens, soft on crime, feel bad for criminals, they have mental health, yada yada yada. Yes, they have mental health. They're punching 10-year-olds with brain cancer. Now, this is one of the most shocking cases I've seen. You're not going to believe this. It just keeps getting worse and worse. I've been covering this on my stream, but I cannot believe how much worse it keeps getting. The more information comes out about this story, and this shows you the state of Australia. Have a listen to this.
And a 10-year-old boy from Phillip Island who was allegedly punched in the head in a random attack outside police headquarters has brain cancer.
A 10-year-old punched in the face by one of Albo's doctors and engineers has brain cancer as well. They also have brain cancer and they're being punched by one of these bloody radicals that shouldn't even be in the country. Why are we letting these people in? And you think this is it? You think this is the only part of this story? Keep listening. It keeps getting worse. And make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below what you think about this story, because it's just so shocking how it just keeps getting worse. The cancer thing's new. That's just even worse. It's like you're punching a 10-year-old. It's already insane. And now they have cancer. And guess what? It gets worse.
His uncle says they are absolutely disgusted and is urging the Premier to protect Victorians. He spoke to Neri Tai.
This is the man accused of punching a boy who has brain cancer.
Just absolutely disgusted.
The 10-year-old travelled from Phillip Island to get treatment in Melbourne when he was allegedly struck.
Welcome to Melbourne. Welcome to Labor's Melbourne, where you come, try and get cancer treatment for your 10-year-old and you get punched by one of Labor's doctors and engineers.
In the head outside Victoria Police Headquarters.
They just arrived in Melbourne. They were going to their hotel.
His 46-year-old mother stepped in to protect her son. That's when she was allegedly placed in a headlock and stabbed 4 times with scissors. She's now in hospital with a fractured leg.
That's right, a fractured leg and stabbed multiple times with scissors for trying to defend her 10-year-old son who was punched in the face. Gets put in a headlock and stabbed multiple times with scissors. You know what the Labor government's response will probably be? Ban the scissors. It's the scissors' fault. Just like they've done with the machetes. Just like they've done with the guns at Bondi. It was the scissors' fault. Not the person I let in the country. Not the person that, of course, is known to police. They're always known to police. Because there's this revolving door. If you get arrested, the judge lets you out. You get arrested, the judge lets you out. This person shouldn't even be in the country with this type of behaviour. Yet they're allowed to be on the streets punching 10-year-olds with brain cancer and stabbing people with scissors, their mother. Like, this is the state of Australia. This is what's going on under this government. This is what happens when you have soft on crime. This is what happens when you don't vet who comes into the country.
She is really struggling at the moment. She can't be with her son. It's traumatic enough fighting cancer.
Her boy also undergoing MRI scans.
They're now looking to see if it's caused any extra damage, if there's any more inflammation around where the tumour is.
A number of Good Samaritans, including bodybuilder Brian Bradley, swooped in to restrain the suspect.
Just instinct, no thoughts, no thing, just people in trouble.
27-year-old Jerry Soywood from Sunshine has since been charged with offences including affray, intentionally causing injury and unlawful assault.
How about attempted murder? Putting someone in a headlock and stabbing them multiple times is attempted murder. Not to mention punching a 10-year-old in the face with brain cancer. Isn't that attempted murder?
He appeared via video link, ranting on camera, saying, "Took the scissors and I stabbed a woman. No need to hide it. I did it in public."
No need to keep them here. Instant deportation.
Around an hour before the incident, the accused was seen here on nearby Adderley Street. Witnesses have told 9 News he was allegedly taking photos of the police building. It's Sowood's first time in custody in Victoria, but he was known to police in other states.
So he's gone state to state, causing crime, until he does this. Isn't it crazy these judges will keep letting people out until something so serious happens it makes statewide news, Australia-wide news? Like, why do you have to let it get to that point?
Premier, you're new in the job. Get off the butt, do something.
Neri Tai, 9 News.
And that says it all. That's the state of Australia now. That's this soft on crime by Labor, which is Ben Carroll as well here. But it's happening in every state now. I don't know how many stories I've covered even in Queensland of attacks lately. You know, just the other day, so a grandma got her ribs broken because she was wearing a One Nation shirt. That's what's happening in Australia now. This is what needs to happen. You need to put these people in the box. They're violent criminals. These judges want to try and give them an extra go. You know, the first crime for adult time the other day, a 17-year-old held a knife to a taxi driver's neck. Guess what the judge did? Let them straight out on bail. Looks like that's not true. This soft on crime needs to stop. These politicians act like the judges make the verdict so they can't do anything. Well, make mandatory sentences then. Like, it has to stop. We need to get these people, round them up. They're animals. They've done the crime. It's too bad. No sympathy for them. They're punching 10-year-olds with brain cancer. Lock them in the box. Keep them in the box. Or deport them instantly. You come to a country, you do violent crime, you're out. Sorry, you lost. Game over. It's done. Australia is done with Labor and the Greens. Soft on crime. Feel bad for criminals. They have mental health. Yada, yada, yada. Yes, they have mental health. They're punching 10-year-olds with brain cancer. Doesn't mean they should be on the street because you feel bad for their mental health. They're insane. They should not be in a civilized society. And you, with your gated communities in your rich areas, don't care what happens to the peasants like us because you'll flood the country with it and let them out on the street for your suicidal empathy. And we all have to suffer because these politicians want to feel good like they're saving the country, letting these people out. It has to stop. This story just kept getting worse. I remember when I was first reporting on it in my YouTube live streams, we were watching it, we'll say, oh my God, I can't believe they punched a 10-year-old. Then the mother was getting stabbed. Now there's brain cancer. Like, it's just, if I wrote this as a story, I'd be called racist and probably arrested for hate speech. But that's the reality of what's actually going on in Australia now. So comment down below what you think. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, join to be a member if you want to show some extra support. It means a lot to me. Or buy me a coffee in the description down below if you want to support this channel. But I'll see you in the next one. This just keeps getting crazier and crazier. We're not going to stop speaking up about it because it has to stop. We need to call out this government and change it or it's never going to stop because they do not care.